After we have the little loops attached to the bottom, we made them and we sewed them on a little less than 5/8 of an inch on each side. Now we're ready to put the front and the back of the bag together. So take one of the pieces, and I'm just going to take the front piece and lay it face up on the table. I'm going to take the other one and lay it face down. I now have the two pieces right side together. And normally I would have you start pinning the bottom, but that really isn't the critical point in this particular bag. Our critical points are these spots right here where the two little flaps match. If we start at the bottom and these things don't match up, we're going to have a mess right here. And so we're going to pin here and then go down. So I'm going to make sure that my two little edges, this makes a right angle and they touch each other exactly. And I'm going to put a pin in right here. And then I'm going to lay this flat and see how close I get. Mine's pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and pin the other side. Sometimes when students or anyone that's sewing is doing something like this might get a little bit off. I actually did a pretty good job. Mine are about the same length, but I've seen these two pieces right here sometimes be as much of a 1/4 of an inch different. So I'm pretty pleased with how mine looks. I'm going to go ahead and put another pin in the middle, and then I'm going to flip this around because I want to make sure that that other side is going to match up too. So again, I want to make sure that those two little L-shaped, that little right angle matches, one right on top of the other. And I'm going to put my pin real close to that spot. Reach down to the bottom, and mine match up pretty well, so I'm going to go ahead and match the bottom. And then I'm going to do that middle thing. So I'm going to reach about to the middle. I've got a lot of stuff right here. This is where the hem of the pocket is. So I probably can't put a pin right there, but I'm going to put one right next to it. And then I'm coming down here. Again, I got a lot of stuff right there. So I'm not going to put a pin right on top of that because I know it won't go through there. I'll put one in the middle here and then one kind of down next to that. Put another one along here. Middle, middle, middle. We always do it that way. Now, on my side, let me count my pins. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how many we normally have on the bottom. We're probably going to end up with that amount again, but we're going to count these two as the two on the end already. I'm not going to put another one there. So I'm going to put one in the middle, and then one in the middle over here. In the middle between the pin and the end. One more here. Got a bent one. In the middle here. One more here. And one more here. And then I need to finish up that other side. So again, counting the two on the end, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's see, I'm going to go about the middle between this middle and the end. Put a pin. And the middle between the top and our first middle. And if you notice, these pins are about 2 to 3 fingers apart, depending on how big your fingers are. I have kind of bigger fingers, so some places it's more like 2, some places it's more like 3, but these are spaced about the correct amount. If you put in too many, You just have more to take out when you sew. If you don't put in enough, then the layers are going to shift around as you stitch, and that's not going to be good. So about every 2 to 3 fingers is a good measurement for sewing.